r/entitled. Our first post is entitled Neighbour thinks he can bring whoever he wants to our house. Our neighbour and us have a very similar house. Probably the only difference is the furniture and decoration. So, he's trying to rent his house and there are two old couples living there. So what he thinks is the best solution is to literally just bring some random strangers who are going to become our neighbours in a few days to our house instead to show them around while we're having our lunch because our house is similar to his. Now, 4 of us live in this house and 2 people live in the other one. So it's more of an inconvenience here, more than his house. And he needs to take the time to explain the small differences between our house and their house. The most messed up thing is none of them even had a mask on and weren't maintaining social distancing. Now, this wouldn't have been an issue on any other day, but during the pandemic, it's so messed up. I asked my parents why they allowed him, and their reply was, well, he didn't even ask us or inform us. He just walked in like it's his house. Like, dude, that's trespassing. This next post is entitled, 2 entitled women stare and watch me eat for an hour because they feel they are entitled to my leftover food in a cafe twice. I have a slight eating disorder. Some days I'm not able to eat much, but I still go out to cafes to try to eat. Sometimes I'm able to finish the small dishes that I order, and sometimes I can't even get halfway through. I also eat quite slowly, and for this reason, I often like to eat alone. A couple of weeks ago, I was in a cafe and spent about an hour eating, but I couldn't finish half of my food. There were 2 older ladies, grandma's age, sitting at a table near to me, and they asked me if they could take the rest of my food for the street cats to eat. I was in Istanbul, and in Istanbul there are a lot of street cats and a culture of people feeding the street cats, which is a really nice thing. I said to the woman, yes, of course, and I gave them my leftover food. Fast forward to a few days later. The same 2 grandmas are sitting at the same table next to where I sat down, and I said hello, but only one of them bothered to reply. I ordered my food and started to eat. Today was a slow eating day for me, and I wasn't sure if I'd be able to finish. I spent about an hour trying to eat again. While I was eating, I noticed that the only thing the grandmas had on their table was a glass of water with only a few sips left in it. I also noticed that they kept watching me and eyeing up my food. After about half an hour, I noticed that they had reorientated their chairs so that they were now looking directly at me. It started to make me feel uncomfortable, and being watched made it even harder for me to eat. The 2 grandmas still only had an almost empty glass of water on their table. At this point, I really felt like I was being watched. After about an hour, I decided that I couldn't eat anymore, and I was going directly home today after. So I asked the waiter to put the rest of my food in a takeaway box. The moment the 2 grandmas saw that I was finished, one asked me if they could have my leftover food for the street cats again, and the other woman asked the waiter to give them my leftover food. This confirmed exactly what I had thought. The women had stayed at their table for an extra hour while ordering nothing from the cafe, feeling entitled enough to watch me eat for an hour and then take the rest of my food again. If this isn't entitlement, then I don't know what is. And as soon as the waiter told the 2 ladies that I'd asked for a doggy bag or leftover food bag and that I was taking the rest of my food home, the 2 ladies immediately stood up and immediately left the cafe. Not only did they make me very uncomfortable, but they took up a valuable table which the cafe could have had other customers at for a whole hour, while the ladies ordered nothing and consumed nothing for an hour. During Corona, where cafes have to social distance their tables and can't take in the regular amount of customers, they lost business for a whole hour because 2 ladies wanted to sit there and watch me eat and then entitle themselves to my food. I was thinking about telling the cafe what happened, but in the end I didn't bother. Instead, I'm writing on Reddit to share my story of 2 entitled women. If I go to the same cafe again and the same 2 women are there, unfortunately, I'll have to go and sit in another cafe. This next post from r/entitled is entitled, A Woman Tried Taking My Headphones. For reference, I'm autistic and listening to music helps me deal with any overwhelming situation. This happened earlier today. I'd gone out to eat by myself at one of my favourite fast food places. I brought my headphones along to listen to my music while I ate. I had had a fairly overwhelming week in general and wanted to do something that would help me feel better about it. Now, my headphones are the big ones that have come into style in the last couple of years and are Wonder Woman themed. You can tell when I'm wearing them. I had already gotten my food and was eating with the headphones on. A woman, entitled Mother, came in with her daughter who looked about 6 or 7 years old. They were wearing the type of clothes that made it obvious they were rich. The daughter said something to her mum that I couldn't hear, entitled Mother. "Excuse me, young lady, my daughter really likes your headphones." "Oh, thank you, I like them too." "Is there any way I could purchase them from you for her?" No, ma'am. They were a Christmas gift, and they helped me cope with overwhelming situations." "This isn't an overwhelming situation. You don't know what constitutes an overwhelming situation. Let me buy the headphones." "Ma'am, I'm autistic. What I consider overwhelming may be different than what you do. My definition has happened to me over the course of the last week." "You aren't autistic. You don't look autistic. Just give me the headphones for my daughter." "Lady, she explained why she didn't want to give you the headphones. Leave her be," said a guy who was waiting for her. "She doesn't look autistic," she said, really putting her foot down. "What exactly does mental illness look like? Ma'am, you're upsetting her, and frankly, everyone else." Apparently, she had nothing to say to that and left without even ordering. One person said they even heard her mumbling about how her daughter deserved my headphones. The guy who intervened apologized about the behavior, and I thanked him, and he even told me to rock on as he went to a table when he saw my Slipknot concert t-shirt. This next post from r/entitled is entitled Translator Demands to be Paid. I have a business and I often need translators. I live in Poland where the cost of living and jobs is much lower than the US. Now, I found that many people don't even know the languages that they claim to. For this reason, they claim to want to know everything that needs to be translated a few days in advance. That's not possible for the work I need. My need requires someone to be in front of me and read things online and explain what the comments, emails, messages are saying, and then type back whatever my response is. It's roughly 2 hours, 3 days a week, not a full-time job. I pay about $30 an hour, which is a lot for the country. It's interesting that you can find the same translators on English sites trying to sell for $45 to $60 an hour, and then the same ones on local sites trying to sell for $10 an hour. Once I speak English though, their price always goes up. I found a person on a site for $20 an hour, and I saw their LinkedIn profile and knew what company they worked for and how much they made there. They made roughly $600 a month, full-time work. They also claimed to be from the country that I needed work translated from. I thought it would be a good fit. Me. Hello. I need a Russian translator to meet with me and read emails and messages and just tell me what they say and then reply back to them. It will take 1 to 2 hours a day for about 3 days a week. Ongoing work. We could meet at Starbucks in so-and-so mall in the city centre and do it there. I don't need anything translated to paper and I don't need anything official stamped or anything like that. I'm willing to pay $60 each time to do this. Time is flexible and can meet any time in day or evening. Are you interested? Entitled person. Hello. And then nothing for an hour. Me. So are you interested in the job? Availability? Entitled person. Yes, I am. But I need to see everything first you need translated. That's not possible. I need you to read it in front of me and explain and then reply. There's a lot of last-minute messages and emails that need to be responded to as fast as possible. Okay, I don't know how much it will cost. I will have to tell you after I see everything. I'm offering to pay by hour, above the rate you claim to offer in live translation services. Is this for a company? For my company, but it's not a full-time position. 3 days a week, paid 2 hours at $30 an hour. I see. And then nothing for hours. Me. So? Okay, I will need to tell you what the price is after I see it. We will meet at your business. I already explained what I'm offering, and I explained where we will meet in a public place at Starbucks in the mall. But I do not know if it's safe. Excuse me? It's Starbucks in the mall. Would it be safer meeting at a private office in a building you don't know? I don't know you. Oh, well, good luck finding work then. I'm a girl and I don't know who I'm meeting. I don't even respond. I figure this is going to be a pain in my butt, so I don't even care. But the next day,
When will we meet? I will tell you how much you need to pay.
No, we won't even meet. Your English is horrible, and you can't even understand what I'm asking you for now. Goodbye.
I need the work, and you texted me. I need to be paid.
No.
I need the money. I can meet you there.
You can't agree on the price I'm offering, which is more than the price you listed online.
Yes.
What do you mean, yes?
Yes, I do not agree. I will tell you how much you will pay each time.
No. Again, good luck in finding work.
I need the money.
You have a job.
I need extra money. My job does not pay enough.
Goodbye. Again, the next day.
Will we meet today? Hello? I will do the work for $100 an hour. And you owe me $100 for the time I spent texting you. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. You've hired me and now you won't answer? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Okay, $70 an hour then. And then I won't report you.
Question mark, question mark, question mark. Really? This is the worst one I've dealt with.